Sorry if I'm a little late with this video, but like I said in my last previous videos about this, when it comes to timing, I suck. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin of Sailor Moon Crystal episode 4 Masquerade. Now that there's 3 Sailor Guardians, and Usagi, Ami, and Raya, now the bad guys are going to be more determined than ever to get their hands on Mary Silver Crystal. Now that there's 3 Guardians in this, now they have more to contend with. It seems that the enemy. We saw the original manga and the original series. The enemy, they may have been many strong warriors, but most of them didn't get along. They always tried to do their best to please Queen Bayo in every sense they can, like trying to please her, even though some failed miserably, had themselves literally tossed aside like garbage or destroyed. And in this episode, it's proved that they're trying to rally back more than ever. I'll start with, now that the 3 Sailor Guardians are now together, Luna tries her best to try to make them to work as a team, but you know Usagi and her immaturity is kind of hilarious. But anyway, this episode it's called Masquerade, because of the costume party, and also some princess is coming in overseas with some crystal they believe to be the legendary crystal, but it's hard to get, but it's going to be a little tricky because they have to get inside and be disguised. Alright, it's kind of a tricky situation, and Usagi wants to go because he wants to know I feel like to be a real princess and go to a party, like I said, immaturity, but but you gotta give credit where credit is due, and this is all based on the original series and the original manga with some slight detail change, and I gotta give it credit. And also I gotta admit I like this episode a lot because gotta admit, the original was one of my favorites, so it's like kind of nostalgia for me. So also on the end, it's also kind of prudent, and because they go to the party, but at the same time, Ray is kind of suspicious because she knows that. Remember, she can sense evil. That means she can sense any intentions. That means she can pretty much feel that maybe something's coming, and her instincts are spot on. Detail. One of my also favorite parts is that answer to the tuxedo mask when Usagi. Like I said, nostalgia for this episode, but also I gotta admit how the way it was done is kind of the same as the original, but with slight detail. For example, she's sitting down after having wine all over her dress, as her father's there, and Luna, she's suspicious of Tuxedo Mask, saying, "Are you friend or foe?" Because she wants to know why are they always appearing around them, and where every situation is at the end. Because Luna, it's obvious she doesn't know him, so we all know the truth. Also the mask, even though it was a short, brief period, Usagi's heart and emotions and strength was so heightened from the feelings. She probably felt like it was destiny. Remember, we all know the truth, but we're not gonna spoil it. And I also gotta give credit where credit due for this episode, because this is probably one of the best episodes, a good episode, because they all do their best, as they all try to get a glimpse at the crystal. Even though Nephiite is there, he tries to stop them as many ways they can, and even possessing the princess with evil. And they even try to snuff the evil out. It's Usagi who does it, gets the job done. Apparently she gained some new power just having touched her feelings. Her strength increased by her strong emotion and her tie to Tuxedo Mask, and allows her to defeat the enemy with just her, without even using her tiara boomerang, just raw emotion and energy. And you gotta give credit where credit is due. Also, I gotta give the episode props for the way it was done, because like I said, it's like a new spin on an old classic, and the way the Sailor Scouts transform on the 3D and the emotion, it is pretty cool, but it's not I want to see how all 5 Scalers, either Guardians, transform, and you get to see that too. Apparently next episode is about Sailor Jupiter, and we all know how that turns out. Not to mention the fact that this episode is probably a large fan favorite, and also Luna confronts Tashiyama saying, like I said this before, are you friend or foe? And he responds by saying, we're both seeking the same thing, and I just might be. Yet like Usagi, he has feelings that they're not just can't be just more than just close, very close. So you gotta give credit where credit is due. Also, I gotta admit, this episode had major props. Like this is a fan favorite from the original. Also, I gotta admit, my favorite part was probably the ending when Nephiite, Jedi, and the rest, they all come together. We all saw in the original that Nephiite took over what happened with Jedi, and he failed miserably. Queen Beryl couldn't have enough. Then after what happened with Nephiite, the rest came back. I swear, and at first Zoisite was a girl, but they changed it to a guy. I don't know why. I have no freaking idea why. That's just the creators. That's proof that the enemy is getting more desperate. Now that they have 3 Sailor Scouts, they're probably their 4 strongest right now in their army right now are together. That means that 4 against 3. That means they can outnumber them at any time until the next episode. I want to see what happens next. Give me your opinion. I'll put the link down in the description. This by far is a fan favorite because the original was such a highlight. I remember seeing that episode every day after school as a kid, watching it. Right after that, you get my favorite. You get Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Vegeta, and that was probably around the same time as the Saiyan Saga. So mostly not the Saiyan Saga. It was like long after that, like Goku, Frieza, Super Saiyan stuff. But I'm off topic. Hope you enjoyed. That's content. This is Sellavin Gamer. You have the Legend of Sailor Moon Crystal, episode 4, Masquerade. This is a good episode. Really good. And you gotta give credit where credit is due. Hope you enjoyed. That's content. Comment, subscribe. Signing off.